All right, man. Let's talk about the Bengals defeating the Titans, and then I'll get out of here. And Rodgers. So, if you don't know, the Cincinnati Bengals and the 49ers advanced to the AFC and NFC championship game. 49ers are looking very hot. They looking like that team of destiny. They won seven. They won what? 7 out of their last 9 in the regular season. Defeated the Dallas Cowboys. They also, just beat the Green Bay Packers. But let's talk about Cincinnati, okay? This is another feel good story. I think it might would this be a Super Bowl rematch from years ago? I could be wrong. I think the 40 I think they might have played in the Super Bowl. I could be wrong. Yeah, they did. It was Super Bowl 23, I believe it was. Yep, at the Hard Rock Stadium. Well, it was the whatever it was called, the Orange Bowl back then. Um, yep, the 49ers defeated the Bengals 20-16. This was the 88 season, but it obviously happened in 89, January 22nd. That's before they put a week between. That's before they gave the two AFC and NFC championship winners the bye. It used to be it didn't used to be a bye. It used to go from the AFC NFC championship game. The following week used to go into the Super Bowl. Now they gave them a bye to kind of heal and get healthy. I don't know how long the bye been in there. It ain't been in there too long because uh it just ain't been there too long, right? So apparently yesterday I had some thoughts about this game. I know y'all don't like my NFL videos. Y'all don't support them. Y'all don't share them, but I like doing them. So hopefully you share them with a friend or you support them. How you support us? Thumbs up, comment, share the video. Also can subscribe, hit the bell icon button, and check out my NFL playlist. So one thing I noticed about this game was this number right here, right? 9 sacks for 68 yards. Now, a lot of people put that on Joey B. That's Joey Burrows, the quarterback, who was 28 for 37, 348. Piron, the Oklahoma ex-Sooner, dropped the ball, or it was tipped, and then he should have caught it. But it, tipped off. It tipped twice. It tipped off the defender's hand at the ball of scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage. Then it tipped off a Piron hand. I believe that old boy Hooker, that was an interception, by the way. So I don't think that was controversial right there. But one thing I noticed about this number, I wanted to talk about is the 9 sacks, 68 yards. The Bengals play caller, whoever the hell he is, he's not the smartest guy in the world. Okay, he was out there. At one point he made the adjustment. He was trying to block 5-on-6 or 5-on-4, which what's my man's name that was owning him, bro? One of the defenders was owning him, Jonathan Simmons. He had 3 sacks. He was whooping their right guard. But one thing that he didn't do, the Bengals IQ offensively ain't that high. They should have put him under the center, and they should have been running the ball. Had they run the ball in the first half, this game would have been out of reach. The Titans was playing too high, and and they just refused to run it. And when they did run it, I know the Titans was good in the run game, but they did run in the second half. They had a lot of success, a ton of success. So they offensive play caller. I don't know who it is. Is it the coach, Zach Taylor? Is it the offensive coordinator? But what they should have been doing, I seen that with what game I was watching. They was playing too high. Arizona and LA in the first round. The Rams, Cardinals. They playing too high, and Cliff Kingsbury, refuses to run the ball. If I got two safeties that's deep, that means I got numbers in the box. You feel what I'm saying? Running out of shotgun is not as effective as running out in between the centers. I mean, under the center. So the Bengals didn't make the adjustment to protect Joe Burrows, and you have to make that adjustment. Once you get the offensive line moving forward, you get 300-plus-pound man moving forward. That's going to give you confidence. That's going to open up everything. Then the Titans got to make a decision. Either we're going to keep running the ball with success and have more hats on the head and start breaking off runs with a great running back like Joe Mixon. All right. Or we're going to drop somebody in the box, and then guess what? Then I can go to T. Higgins. Then I can hit Jamar Chase down deep. Then I can hit Uzama over the middle. The offensive coordinator wasn't smart. They was having two safeties out there. And he getting sacked 6, 7, 8, 9 times, and he calling all those receivers on the deep route. And then he got the running backs checking down the field. I mean, checking underneath. That's not going to get it done on. It was like a 3rd and 3. He had his 4 receivers on like verticals or whatever it was. He had somebody in the seam, somebody on like a post, vertical, whatever. And, then he had the running backs checking underneath. Come on. Come on now. What you should have been doing was you should have had a receiver dragging or on a shallow crosser route, as your hot. Then you let the backs come out the backfield. Then you can run those vertical routes. But you can't just have the backs out the backfield. Guess what? If they bring a pressure out the edge, how can I see the back to my right or to my left? You see what I'm saying? So, when you see the looks that the Titans was giving them yesterday, they should have known they should have heavy sets in a playbook. They should have heavy sets in a playbook. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends. You know what I'm saying? Fullback. Or if you're gonna go shotgun, you gotta have a receiver always being hot. And that's a slant. If that's a little arrow route, a little whip route, a little shallow crossing route, you gotta have them dudes. And they had too many deep passes. They made an adjustment by getting the ball out of his hands hot on bubble, on little quick screens, a little short, little stick routes and all that. They made the adjustment. But the major adjustment should have been if I'm gonna send receivers deep, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 67, whatever the hell it is. Get one of the receivers coming across the middle on a quick route if it's a slant or if it's like a little speed out. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody coming on short. You got to call somebody coming intermediate short with like a shallow drag, a crossing route, or a shallow crossing route, a drag, a out and in slant, a slant. Cool. And then maybe have somebody flare to speed out, or somebody flare to the flats. The Bengals called a bad game. They didn't protect Joey Burrow. They didn't protect that sorry right guard. That rushing number, that rushing number should have been. This dude should have had 25 attempts minimum. And same thing for the Titans. Look at this. They had 24 running attempts, and you want to call them Tannehills, and you wonder why Derrick Henry didn't get the first down. You know what I'm saying? He threw 3 picks. He only threw the ball 10 times, bro. The success they was having on the ground, bro. But Derrick Henry looked pretty good for a guy that been gone since around Halloween time. Tannehill obviously lost the game. We knew what Tannehill was and what he truly is. He's a marginal bus driving quarterback who don't even have the athleticism that he once had. He was a converted receiver to quarterback at Texas A&M. People tend to forget that. And like I said, without Derrick Henry, he's nothing. He's nothing. But I hear some bad throws, bad luck, tip balls, and first ball he threw was a pick, and they got to find a quarterback. I think they'll be in the hunt for one of those quarterbacks if they last to the end of the first round. If it's Willis, if it's Pickett, if it's Ritter, if it's Sam Howell, if it's Carson Strong, and they'll start prepping the guy behind him. But their defense play like solid. To lose a game for either side of the ball and you hold your opponents under 20 points, it is what it is. But what they could have done better is just hand the ball off more. When he threw a pick, that first pick, they shouldn't have been throwing another ball. He had a good ball to A.J. Brown also. They went for it on 3rd and 1. I don't know if their kicker was bad or whatever situation was. Their special teams wasn't no point. But let's say Randy Booker's an old school kicker. They should have kicked the ball. And who knows what happened? That rookie kicker probably would have got cold feet and missed the kick. Y'all be going to AFC Championship game. So Mike Vrabel going for it on 3rd and 1, and then 4th and 1. And the 3rd and 1, you call a quarterback keeper. Didn't work, which was a good idea. And then you go for it on 3rd with Derrick Henry. Should let Randy Bullock kick the ball. He didn't. Ultimately, that cost him the game with Ryan Tannehill throwing another pick. You know what I'm saying? Another pick to end the game and give it back to Cincinnati. It is what it is. It doesn't surprise me, bro. Mike Vrabel, took a risk. He should have kicked the field goal. Took another risk with throwing the ball over the middle. I think it was on the end or out, whatever it was. He threw a pick, and good. The Bengals was very alert, very handsy today. And they were opportunists, and they took advantage of being opportunists. But let's move on, right? All right, and they'll be heading to the AFC Championship game. They'll be playing the winner of Buffalo and Kansas City tonight at 6:30, 6:30. All right, here we go. Now, this is the game, okay? I was keeping an eye on this game last night. It's not even about the game, honestly. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't the best quarterback in the world. You got to ask yourself, too, if you 49ers with trade Trey Lance would be a better upgrade. Even if we are winning, but playing Trey Lance really hurt that bad because teams are not going to be able to adjust to him at this point. And obviously playing him in the cold is not going to be a problem. Grew up in the Minnesota area. So you got to ask yourself, you hate to pull Jimmy Garoppolo, but you got to ask yourself, should I play this kid at this point? Even if Jimmy Garoppolo, he not really losing the game, one pick, he was rushing away, somebody that's got gray hair in their head who look like Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four, 30 years old, you would think, who've been around the league, played with Bill Belichick, you would think at the end of the half, right? I'm rushing. I don't have the biggest arms. I don't have the biggest hands. Throw the ball away. At least I know with Trey Lance, he probably the smartest thing to do is put Trey Lance in there. Probably think about Trey Lance, like, man, he gonna do some rookie mistake crap and he gonna lose the game. Garoppolo is in there not to lose the game. That's it. And I'm somebody who, if I can get results, I'm quick to pull you. Depends on the player. But I think at this point, they gotta, I don't know, man. He'd be gone next year, it look like. So they played a good game. I can't complain. You look at it, everything that's going on, man, and played a good game. I didn't even know they had Dark Quest Denard. I mean, ultimately, man, what this really boiled down to, I don't even look at the stats. Aaron Rodgers is he is the Peyton Manning of his era. People say, what do you mean by that? He is the Peyton Manning of his era. He's a quarterback that don't show up in big games. It's not like Brett Favre, Brett Favre be winning a game and then he'll throw a pick because he's a gunslinger, right? His decision making, he's a gunslinger, kind of like what they call Stafford. For people who don't remember Brett Favre, too young. But this guy right here, I told y'all, every year it's the same thing. And when I did that MVP video about a month ago, when Taylor was in the running before they missed the playoffs, I told y'all about this guy. I told y'all. Every year it's the same thing. And no matter how much the faces, the coaches change, the coordinators, the D line, the offensive line, the safeties, the cornerbacks, the running backs, the receiver, whatever changes, the kicker, the punter, it's the same result. It's the same result for Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have that winning mechanism like Peyton. Peyton was a very talented guy, but you gotta remember, Peyton, he was getting bounced out the first round, and by Miami, whenever he bounced, lost a lot of guys wrong. Bettis fumble, gave him opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, couldn't take advantage of it, still is winning Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Peyton was one of them dudes who was, just like him, a genius when it comes to football. Great throwers of the football. I think, Rodgers' arm was a lot stronger, but you know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning played it with his arm and his intellect. I mean, his mind and intellect. But him and Rodgers, they ain't winners. Rodgers can win in the regular season. That's the difference between him and Stafford. Rodgers will light you up in the regular season. That's a fact. When it comes to the playoffs, remember the year they was like up by 10 versus Seattle? 2 or 3, 4 minutes to go and they lost? Could have had your Tom Brady Super Bowl and Rodgers Super Bowl there. 49ers lost. Last year, who did he lose to last year? They punted the ball back to Brady, but he had several opportunities to win that game. He lost. He 11 and what? Like 10 and 11, 11 and 12, 11 wins, 12 losses, 10 wins and 11 losses in playoff games. And think about the year they won the Super Bowl, they got hot. But he tried to get a game to Chicago Bears. If Jay Cutler, wasn't injured and would have got off that bike and played, he had a debatable with Caleb Haney. He barely beat a dude named Caleb Haney. So, like I said before, Rodgers is, when the going gets tough and when the pressure, hit the rock, for a lot of times it's going to crush it instead of making diamonds for Aaron Rodgers. I watched this with Peyton Manning for years. Peyton Manning was just, they owed his daddy for all the years. He took punishment in New Orleans. His daddy never complained. He never did nothing out of character. They owed the Manning family. Now, Eli got it out the mud, but Peyton was such a prodigy. And what they did with his dad before free agency, how he, got, basically murdered by, versus Saints. And it's a miracle, you know what I'm saying, that he able to talk and articulate and be as sharp as he is these years. But his son wasn't the winner. And, sometimes they're going to push people to win in sports because it's profitable. It's fruitful. LeBron, when they found out what they had in Jordan, they pushed for Jordan. They pushed LeBron. They probably push Gretzky. That's just the way it is in sports. You want to see elite talent, big names, big talent in the championship game. Say y'all don't. We do. You can't deny that. But he's a loser. When the moment, no matter who the opponent is, when the moment get too big, bro, he can't hack it. He might retire and he might come back, but he can't hack it. You want to send him to Denver and see if he get it done. Who knows? Probably can. But he can't hack it, bro. Everything got to be great around or perfect around Aaron Rodgers for this to happen. Every year he do the same thing. They give him the MVP. They praise him up and down. Stephen A. Smith said, man, and give you numbers like this. I don't care about the weather, man. He's a Green Bay citizen now. He used to playing in the weather, and he need more help. He need this. He need that, man. Shit. He said he don't even know if he want to do this. Him and Brady talk about retirement. But I just wanted to point out that he ain't that guy. And I've been saying it, bro. He ain't that guy. And I'm not saying it because I don't like him, man. He won me a lot of money that year they ran to the Super Bowl. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Detroit Lion fan at all either. I'm saying that because I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm calling a spade, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. He just can't hack it. And maybe in a different situation, he can. But y'all want to know why Matt LaFleur didn't go for it on fourth down? Because last year versus the Bucs, Aaron Rodgers is fluky. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quest, all my social media links in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk. Talk a little bit of Lions, I talk a lot of draft. I'm going to start my draft spotlight around the combine and after the combine. So if you enjoy the draft and enjoy seeing people break down NFL prospects, and then when the NBA season over, I break down I try to get to the majority of NBA prospects. So check it out, Motor City Sports Talks right here on YouTube, Motor City Sports Talk.